Hello everyone, I am back, and today I'm going to be playing Pitfall, the Mayan Adventure. I'm going to start using default settings in normal mode, because I actually want to be able to finish this, and I will play through the first few levels as I tell you about this game. So, I had this game on PC back on my old Windows 95 machine. Those were the days, but the disc, I still have the disc, and it still somehow works. Barely. But there are no sound effects, like, you know, the sound of, like, footsteps or whipping or basically anything that isn't background music or ambience doesn't work. And if I run it in compatibility mode, it's still, every time it tries to play a sound effect, it just crashes. So the PC version basically doesn't work. So I'm playing the Sega CD version on emulator, but basically it's exactly the same game except the graphics are a little bit worse, but the sounds are almost identical, and the soundtrack is identical, and I absolutely love the soundtrack in this game. It's just amazing. But yeah, I'm going to be completing this game, hopefully quickly, because it's not that long of a game, but I actually don't even know if I ever completed it. I remember playing it for a really long time back when I was like 5 or something, but this game is just, it's one of my favorite games of all time because it's simple, but it also makes you think sometimes. In some later levels they're more puzzly. And of course there are a few secrets that I know of. For example, I just got a gold thingy in that little corner that you couldn't see. And those little gold ball things that are in the bottom right of my screen, whenever I get 50 of those, I get continue. Which I will need to stock up on because this game gets pretty difficult later in the game. Now I did try to record this earlier, but I was running a virus scan at the time, and it had a pop-up at just the wrong time, and it made my game completely crash. And I tried to load a save state that I created. However, with the emulator I used then, the save states didn't work, but in this one, it works quite a bit better. The save states do. It's also a bit easier to record with fraps, so yeah. Not exactly sure what I should be talking about during this, because this game is actually, like, you can't really talk about it, but it is really fun. It's really not really fun to listen to, but you can listen to it easily. Yeah, I'm coming up on the end of the first level. The first level is, of course, pretty easy with lots of power-ups everywhere. I can select through my weapons by tapping the start button. And I am not playing this on a controller because I played it on keyboard. There isn't mouse, but I played it on keyboard, and that's the way I'm used to playing it. I'm actually using the arrow keys to move around. So, here we have first boss. Get started off pretty quickly. Although, this first boss battle, as long as you don't be too stupid, it's pretty easy to handle, because it is the first boss battle. But there's another one coming up that's a little bit more difficult, but I found a way to do it well. So we're finished with the first one, now we're on the Xibala Falls, however you say that. I don't know how to pronounce words. So we're in the second level, again with a very lovely soundtrack. I'll just let you listen to it for a bit. Okay, so there is not really a secret down here, but kind of just a little power-up when you bounce off of a spider web. Because in this game, like, there's spider webs, and they act as like bouncy plates. I don't know. You know, those things in video games where you just bounce. This monkey is in the way. I'm not exactly sure what those big bugs are supposed to be, but I've worked my way up to 6 lives. However, I'm probably going to end up running through those pretty quickly in the later levels. Although I really want to try to get a really high score. And with older video games, whenever you use a continue, it resets your score, like, you know, in the upper left. And I want to see how high of a score I can get. I don't exactly know what a good score is, but I have a feeling I'm about to die because I have very low health. Luckily, I got this time stop thing, as you can tell, with all of these mobsters, all these monsters in Frozen with little sparklies. But I don't really have too much to say with these first few levels because they are, of all of the levels, these are probably the most linear. Because there are actually some levels that, they're still linear, but they have a lot of things that you can just go off to the side and explore a little bit. And the first of those is well, I guess the next level does have a bit of that, but the, level after that definitely has it. You actually can go to this little secret area teleportation thingy and play the original Pitfall that this was based off of. Like, you know, for the Atari 2600. The really bleepy one. I don't know. You'll see it in that episode, probably like the second or third episode. This is still the first. I'm not even sure when these are gonna end. Who knows? Keep falling down here. This is one problem with these levels. They're laid out more vertically than horizontally, which means that you can, like, with certain levels that you can fall in, such as this one, you can actually fall to previous portions of the level, which is an interesting mechanic, but sometimes it can be a bit annoying. And if you're wondering what I was doing there, there's little gold thingies in this hidden part of a cave. Yeah, as you can tell, I know my way around this game, at least the first few levels, pretty well. Although I'm probably not going to turn this into a speedrun. I want to play this game all the way through, and I want to find all of the secrets. Because there's these little tiles that you can collect that spell out the word pitfall with, like, you know, Pitfall. But they're in secret areas. I think this is a good time to end off the episode. It's about time. And so we just finished the Exibula Falls, and now we're on the Tazmul Mines. This has been me, LaserLord10, playing Pitfall, the Mayan Adventure, and I will see you next time.